Today, we will talk about Made in China and intelligent manufacturing in China. The entire content is divided into three parts. One part is an overview of Made in China and intelligent manufacturing in China. Second part is a typical example. Third part is about contemporary enlightenment. Let's start with the first stage of development, that is the development stage of Made in China. The development of China's manufacturing industry is divided into 5 stages, that is, home-built branch and OEM stage. OEM, that means the original equipment manufacturer, from 1940 to 1998. World's products made in China from 1998 to 2008. The worst new things made in China from 2008 to 2018. Made in China is hard to replace from 2008 to 2021. Made in China 2025 to 2021. It has been 20 or 30 years since Made in China was famous in the world. From OEM for overseas brands at the beginning, Made in China has developed into a global Chinese brand with independent innovation. In front of different historical periods, Made in China has gradually moved to the center of the historical stage from the initial spectators and learners. Let's look at the first stage of development. The first stage is home-built brand and OEM. The early days of New China. China learned from the Soviet Union and established a complete set of industry system. To become the manufacturing base after the reform and opening up. After the reform and opening up, the initial form of Chinese manufacturing. After the reform and opening up, in Dongguan and other man-made cities close to Hong Kong and Macau, a cooperation made. Then the three come one complete began to rise, and Made in China started from the so-called 三拿一补, that means 3 come and 1 supplement, refers to processing with supplied materials, assembly with supplied materials, processing with supplied samples, and composition trade. By taking advantage of China's no-cost advantage, the company provides OEM service for international enterprises through their business model of both offices, raw materials and market, and then earns basic processing fees, thus forming the initial form of Chinese manufacturing. Since the reform and opening up, Chinese manufacturing has developed rapidly. From introduction to independent innovation, from the world factory to the establishment of a complete industry system, the scale, international competitiveness, and technological center of the manufacturing industry has made a cognitive leap. The second stage is world products made in China. Made in China began to earn the brand hero on a large scale to create brand, compete for brand, and promote brand. Made in China adopts a compilation strategy of no-cost advantage plus differentiate brand to provide good products. with a high quality and low price for the global market. Manufacturing difficulties arose the lack of co-independent technology during the period. According to the Ministry of Industry, at the time of more than 13 large enterprises, more than 113 kinds of key-based materials research results showed that 32% of the key materials in a blank in our country, 15% dependent on export. The vast majority of computers and services, in general 95% of high-end dedicated processor chips, more than 17% of the intelligent terminal, and the vast majority of memory chip processor dependent on imports. Behind the core components of the manufacturing industry in this period were the manufacturing giants of developed countries, such as Germany, the United States, and Japan. The third stage is the world's new things made in China. The world's new things made in China from 2008 to 2018, Chinese manufacturing began to accelerate into the area of technological innovation. A large number of innovative products with independent intellectual property rights emerged, and made in China began to compete with made in Germany, within Japan, and made in the United States, become a strong player in the global manufacturing industry. Leading enterprises promote the innovative development of Chinese manufacturing. Leading enterprises no longer imitators and followers, but leaders, began to define industry standards and rulers of the game, and also promote the innovation and the development of Chinese manufacturing. If science and technological prosper, the nation will prosper. And if science and technology are strong, the country will be strong. Scientific and technological achievements have become China's shining name card on the world stage, and behind scientific and technological innovation is the improvement of China's comprehensive national strength. The fourth stage is that in China is hard to replace. Another Japanese variety show took to the streets to interview Japanese people about the impact of Chinese-made goods on the country. Many interviews paid lip service to the fact that they could not accept made in China, but when you look at labels, they're all made in China. Another Japanese grandmother who said she does not eat food made in China was told that 19% of the dried bamboo shoots used in Japanese ramen come from China. The above two programs, although there may be certain variety effect, but it is indeed an indisputable fact that Chinese products are all over the world. In the era of economic globalization, the trade friction continues between China and America, and the smoke of gunpowder in the economic field is diffused, but it is difficult to replace Chinese manufacturing. Made in China is everywhere. It is indeed an indisputable fact that is all over the world. The fifth stage, that is the last stage, is Made in China 2025. On May 19, 2015, China officially released Made in China 2025, which is a program of action for the first decade of the implementation of China's manufacturing power strategy, which means that China has started to comprehensively deploy and implement the manufacturing power strategy. The program of action clearly points out that intelligent manufacturing is to seize the commanding heights of future economic and technological development, but also the only way for the transformation and upgrading of traditional manufacturing industry. The development of China's manufacturing industry has gone hand in hand with the development of China's intelligent manufacturing. Now, let's talk about of China's intelligent manufacturing. Chinese manufacturing enables an innovative future manufacturing changes life, and intelligent innovation makes manufacturing more desirable. With the augmentation of the national economy, the manufacturing will markedly enhance its capacity of independent innovation in China. Especially since the 18th Congress, Chinese manufacturing has accelerated the transformation and upgrading. The level of science and technology innovation has improved significantly, represented by the standard leap from low-end manufacturing to high-end equipment manufacturing industry, represented by high-end in the global value chain, from the world factory at the end of the industrial chain to the intelligent manufacturing in China with independent innovation. The characteristics of intelligent manufacturing in China, that is, the application of artificial intelligent technology in the manufacturing industry, constitutes an intelligent system of human-machine integration, using the concept of cooperation between human and intelligent machines, effectively improve production efficiency and standardize the production process. The third part is from Made in China to intelligent manufacturing in China. At present, in the process of reshaping the global value chain, the continuous application of innovation technologies and the continuous subdivision of the manufacturing industry are promoting the transformation from Chinese manufacturing to intelligent manufacturing in China. The government published a report on competitiveness of China's intelligent manufacturing industry in 2006. At present, China's intelligent manufacturing industry has gone less than 13% of the way, and is expected to go through 17% of the way by 2025, and 19% of the way by 2045. In today's world, intelligent manufacturing is very hot and has become the direction of development and promotion of manufacturing countries. For example, the US has put forward the reindustrialization strategy. Germany has put forward the Industry 4.0 brand. Japan has called the industrial value chain, and China has launched the Made in China 2025. Although the formulation of different countries, but we have the same ultimate goal: who can achieve the results and the development of intelligent manufacturing, who will be able to stand on stage of the future manufacturing center. We are at least one stage away. China will enter the post-industry stage around 2025. So let's do a little summary. Made in China throughout the world and advanced world, intelligent manufacturing in China. We must place innovation as core of promoting the high-quality development of made in China. The second part is the typical example. Let's take the town of Ouhai for example. China, that is Ouhai classes town, is an important platform for the classes industry in Ouhai district. It's a town with industrial characteristics built by the district government. Let's say that word of classes is Wenzhou, Wenzhou classes to send Ouhai. The association between Ouhai and classes can be traced back into the Qing dynasty, when there was a factory in Ouhai. Since 19th centuries, Ouhai classes industry began to scarcely develop. In 1993, one of the largest Ouhai classes enterprises, European Optic to Wenzhou procurement, Shenzhen opened the export door of Wenzhou classes with China's accession to the WTO. Ouhai classes industry ushered in a period of rapid development. Ouhai classes industry has become one of the 6 pillar industries. However, the classes industry is a traditional industry structure. Under the impact of the rise of new industries, the traditional industry has been devastated, and the classes industry has gradually declined. In most cities at home and abroad, recall the pain Ouhai classes industry adjust the industrial structure, reform and innovation. Ouhai classes industry bucked the trend. Rapid development. From the development of Ouhai classes industry is the transformation from traditional Chinese manufacturing to Chinese intelligent manufacturing, which reflects the transformation and innovation of Ouhai classes industry. The performance of Ouhai classes in realizing China's intelligent manufacturing is the following steps. For example, takes advantage of the industry chain. Build I-classes industries cluster. Create classes brand. Classes cross-border electricity business park. Ecological industrialization and industrial ecology. Last step is focus on scientific research and development. In recent years, Wenzhou classes industry through high-end fashion and brand transformation of the 3, instead of industry development to seize the opportunity of the time, a firm foothold, correlated with a new vitality. The third part is the contemporary inspiration. To make China a strong country in intelligence and manufacturing, we need to cultivate the spirit of craftsmanship. We can realize it with the following ways: cherish positives and devote wholeheartedly to work, down to earth, family and country fairness, respect the craftsman. For example, Lu Renfeng, the great power craftsman, was the chief technician of Chinese weapons and the one-armed welding man who lost his left hand. He carried out hundreds of experiments day and night to overcome the difficulty of welding steel and iron bonds of domestic tax. Has now for technology and work for the soul of a dedicated craftsman, which is a kind of fans and all. The second point is that we should pay attention to innovation and entrepreneurship education. Mass entrepreneurship and innovation is an important measure to strengthen the foundation of China's long-term development. To realize the strategic goal of manufacturing power and cultivate talents for entrepreneurship and innovation, the following ways can be achieved in universities. Set up innovative courses and improve the curriculum system. Cultivate a sense of innovation. Develop self-confidence. Start a new type of community. The last thing we need to think about is green environmental protection. With the development of economy, more and more people pay attention to the environmental problems closely related to economic development, seeking the symbiosis between economic development and environmental protection has become a worldwide difficulty problem. In-depth research is carried out on the symbiosis between economic development and the environmental protection. Green production and green manufacturing is becoming the key to the global economic growth. China will also grasp new opportunity windows, such as manufacturing power, which for China's strategy under the proportion perfecting the green production and green manufacturing related policy system, speed up the implementation of green upgrade traditional industry, and create green the pace of the whole industry chain in the emerging field. Just as the saying goes, lucid waters and large mountains are invaluable assets. That's all. Thank you.